And welcome back to an exciting fish room video. For the people that have been asking about my red tail catfish, finally in a tank. So we have 90 centimeter red tail cat in a very, very big tank, 4 foot front to back, obviously. But there you are. So red tail cat is doing well. 18 years, probably close to 19 years old now. Look at your whiskers. I still need to aquascape this tank, rocks and stuff like that. Can't really put lots of big bulky things in here because if I put big bulky things, you're going to swim straight into it, aren't you? Yes, you are. Look at your little whiskers. So the only friends that Mr. Catfish or Mrs. Catfish, I'm not too sure, has are about 200 or 300 little endless live bearers. If we can see them, they're way in the back of the tank. But those little specks, not going to eat them because they are way, way too small. So the only problem that they have is when I put food in there, they rush down for the food. A few might get inhaled, depending how hungry she is with food. Some nice rocks and stuff, so stay tuned if you want to see all the rocks and stuff and that in the next week or two. In this video, we are going to go on about the Corydoras, go on about it. Oh, I also had some glowing rocks. Anyone know about rocks? If we can find some dark. Oh, it's not glowing now. Let's try that. Yes, see the glow? This is high-tech stuff, obviously. Can someone tell me what type of rocks these are? So they were in with a whole lot of calcium carbonate. Obviously they're not calcium carbonate, they are heavy. Doesn't seem to be paint, but it glows like that. Oh, geez. Hopefully not radioactive, otherwise there may not be another video. But if you know what they are, comment down below, that would be wonderful. Let's jump to breeding Corydoras. And welcome back to the morning time. This is my Corydoras rack. Currently have Corydoras in there. It's only been about 3 weeks of setting this up. So the canister filter was already on another system, so that's why this has water and fish in it. So if you transfer the water from another system and the filter from the other system, it's pretty much already cycled. I'll plug in my thermostat and see what temperature we are, because this is currently unheated. I am in Queensland, so it's subtropical. Perfect temperature unheated for Corydoras at the moment. We are 20.3 degrees. Why it's cool at night, and we're getting to about 25 to 30 degrees in the daytime, then down to like 15, 17 at night. So it is really weird at the moment temperature wise. Usually it's a lot warmer. That has perfect temperature to trigger the Corys to breed. So what I've got in these tanks, I'll go common names. I'll put scientific names on the screen because, one, I butcher scientific names. You're lucky I can even speak English. So yeah, so no Latin names. It's all going to be on the screen. But we have long-nosed Corydoras in there. Maybe I'll have like a little thing on the screen so you can see them as well because we're reflective in that. So long-nosed Corydoras. I have no idea what species I've got in there. I'll need to find the name, but I know there's 6 big males, so they're not going to do anything. In this tank here, I've got, no, I only got them yesterday because someone brought a whole lot of Corys in. Need to condition a few of them. They came too skinny. I'm pretty sure there is 1 female and 3 male panda Corys in there. Just a few rainbows and stuff in there. These are my Corydoras esquits. See, can't even say English. I think these are wild caught from a group I've had for about a year or so. I've spawned them once, but I didn't rescue the eggs because I'm an idiot. I know, they are an expensive Corydoras. They're really nice too. But there are 2 girls, very gravid at the moment with eggs, and the rest are boys. So I think I've got about 6 or 7 boys. There is the girl there. We can sort of zoom in a little bit. I've kind of spooked them all. They have been chasing each other around. There is a male right there. Gone. Sorry. So, yeah. So they've been chasing each other around. This is a spawning mop. If you don't know what that is, that's just to recreate somewhere for them to spawn on. This tank here, I have guppies. I know. They were in one of my heated pools. I've just got them temporarily in here because I have to pinch the canister filter. Do have some, what is Barbados Corydoras, so they're not actually a Corydoras, so it starts with S, name is on the screen. They get huge. I've been growing these up for about a month or two. I think there is one lonely bronze Corydoras in here. Yeah, don't ask me why there's a bronze Corydoras, but there is. There's a deformed emerald green Corydoras, which is also not a Corydoras, but they're related. And there is a big fat female green Corydoras in there as well. Oh, and I think there are also 3 of the orange Venezuelan Corys, which came in terrible. They're recovering. So yeah, they're perking up. They came in with missing fins and stuff like that. So that is the bronze there, but the other ones are in there somewhere. Down below, no Corydoras in here. I think there's just a couple of cichlids and assorted guppies. In this one though, we have orange laser Corys, and they have been spawning. So they are very shy. I've had these for a while. There is a girl and 2 boys. Hopefully we can see them. Probably can't see them, but that's okay. Oh, there you go, there's a girl. So in the last couple of, there might be some eggs in the spawning mop. They tend to lay more on the glass than the spawning mop, but we're giving them options. I'm not a huge fan of spawning mops. Sometimes it's easier for them. Nope, looks like no eggs I can see. They have laid about 150, 200 eggs. So in this tub here, I'll try and zoom in. All those little white things are eggs. So they're about a day or 2 away from hatching. I do keep a couple of cherry shrimp to eat the fungus off the eggs, if any eggs fungus. So there's 1 or 2 fungusing as well. Yeah, that's an easy way of doing it. They won't eat the fry or the healthy eggs, but they will clean up the other eggs. And that is just sitting in a tub, in the main tub, so it doesn't fluctuate too much with temperature. Nothing terribly exciting in this tank. I think there is some emerald green Corydoras. I think, what have we got? 2 boys and a girl in there. In this tank, I have, what have I got in here? I've got Corydoras similis in here. They will be hiding at the back, so I'll put some on the screen. But what I did notice, as I was about to film this, is overnight they have laid eggs. You can see that there. There's a Corydoras similis egg. I don't think there's many in there. I can probably see about 10 or 11 on the glass. So I will check that and, oh, yep, there's a few more in the corner. So I'll get them out. In this tank here though, well, this little cup, tray, whatever you want to call it, plastic tub, that's what it is. This is why I don't try and use the scientific name word things. In here, we have more gold lasers. Oh, and I actually see one that's just hatched. Let's see if we can zoom in. Can you see that on the screen? That is a freshly hatched gold laser Corydoras. Oh, so wiggly. Well, he's not wiggling at the moment, but that is a gold laser. So hopefully I'll have a decent amount of these eggs hatch. We've only had a couple with fungus on them. I'm not putting any methylene blue or anything in here because I've done that before and it kind of affects the eggs. I'm not even using air at the moment because I don't want to damage the eggs. But moving on to the next tank, we have our Corydoras Stingrays. So I've had these guys for years. I've actually bred these. These are my babies. That is a giant female there. Look at her. She is huge. So she is completely filled with eggs. They will spawn in the next day or 2. They are one of the easiest Corydoras to breed. So apart from albinos, bronze, peppards, these are the second easiest group of Corys to breed. Haven't had any eggs. I can't see any eggs right now. But in this little tray here, I'm calling it a tray now, we have only about 20 or so, but long-nosed Corys. So scientific name is on the screen. They live in this tank up the top here. If I can zoom. Those are long-nosed Corydoras. Very cool fish, very underrated. I think there are some more eggs in there. Let me nip around this side. If we can focus, those little white dots on the glass are eggs, and actually there's one on the downpipe. Right there, that is a Corydoras egg. So I'll show you how to get them off the glass in a second. It is super, super easy. You don't need to use razor blades or anything silly. Pretty much just use your finger. It is super easy. They stick to your finger and you can pop them straight in. There is one, the lucky lady there. Ideally you want to keep these in groups if you want to breed them. 1 or 2 girls and 4 or 5 boys. So the boys will chase the girls around and fertilize them that way. Down the bottom, this is one of the last Cory tanks. You can't even see any Corys, but they're in there. These are expensive Corys. I think they don't have a common name. I'm not going to butcher their scientific name, but I think they're CW27 hyphen Corys. If I move this filter, there is a group of them right at the back. If we can see them, totally disturbing their worms. I'm guessing there's some more in here. They are very pretty Corydoras, but shy and gone. I haven't bred them yet. I don't even know the sex of those. I haven't really had a close look. I'm guessing they're probably all boys. They could be all girls, actually, going by the size of them. But CW27s, nice fish. I do want to breed them. That is currently what has happened in my Cory rack. I do want to get a couple more colonies of Corys, move a few things around. I think I've only got 1 skunk Cory in there, so hopefully I can find some more skunk Corys to grow up. Most of these I've had for quite a while. I'm glad that the gold lasers are finally breeding. About time. So hopefully we can grow them up. Obviously can't keep them in the little tubs like that, but once they've all hatched, starting to feed, I will find some tanks for them. Finding tanks is kind of an issue at the moment because if we turn around, I have 4-foot tanks temporarily set up. I am going to attach more 4-foot tanks, place 4-foot tanks up the top as well. Yeah, my breeding rack over there is absolutely packed with baby fish. I need to move this tank, which has got, apart from a baby giant gourami in it, a ton of bristlenose and some blockhead or humphead cichlids. They are very, very cool fish. Look at them. Aren't you cute? Yes. So I need to split all them up. This is a 4-foot tank, but it is connected to 1100 litre sump with another tank, and all that. The whole plan of this video and today, apart from all the Corydoras breeding, is to move this giant nightmare of mess here. I've got 2 more of those stands. They're going to go here. And then later in the week, I've got more 4-foot tanks turning up. So I can go 6 4-foot tanks here, 6 4-foot tanks there. Then I've got more room for baby fish. I might jump to that. And just like that, it is the next morning. Wow, that was an ordeal. But I have more fish tank stands. How good is that? A little bit dodgy. They're different heights because I hacksawed them. But you get that. Yes. So I have moved lots of things. I now have American cichlids in here. So I think I've got Oscars, tinfoil barbs. There's a bircher lurking around in there. Some very cool Central American cichlids that I need to put into tanks. I have 4 of these. 4 or 2? Well, it's 4 stands, but I can fit another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tanks. I can have tanks up the top. It'll be fine. Oh, where do we even start? I have moved my Red Tail Catfish. That there is my catfish that has been in the shop for 18 plus years. He'll probably come over. Bigger than he looks. He doesn't look very big, but he's about a meter, 90 centimeters. So about 18, 19 years old. Not terribly impressed with being moved. I had him in a pool. Now he's in this tank. I did try and put a pleco in there yesterday. That's what happened. I had to get in there and grab the pleco out. So no plecos. Maybe some tiny bristlenose. He might not eat tiny bristlenose, but I don't want anything to harass the catfish as well. But he's quite happy cruising around. I don't know. It definitely needs to be a bigger tank, but once I move, much bigger tanks. This is 4-foot front to back, so yeah, give you an idea of size. Like these are 90 centimeter tanks, so yeah, big catfish has been moved. For everyone that keeps asking about that, still have the black shark in there. Have to sort you out. The groper tank as well is going well. So that's my Queensland groper. Hello. All the blue damsels are fine. 1 blue damsel did go through the sump, so I have to retrieve him out of the sump. Managed to survive in the sump. So yeah, so Mr. Groper couldn't care less again about the blue damsels. They are too fast, too smart. You're just going to get bigger, so they're going to be less and less obvious food for you. But yeah, I think when I move the catfish into another tank, he can go into a tank that size, which is a 9x4, and then we can upgrade everyone. But what I might do is feed some baby fish, because we have a lot of baby fish now. Yeah, it kind of went from hardly any baby fish to about 3,000 or 4,000 baby fish. Yeah, I have lots of Texas. I'm pretty much just saving any eggs or any fry that anything reproduces with. Yeah, that makes sense. You know what I mean. Then I got some Geophagus, some Kilbensis. There are tons of different bristlenose. I think, yeah, I got my first L number batch around the other side as well. We'll do that in another video sometime. Baby Jack Dempsey's, look at them. Bless. We haven't had baby Jack Dempsey's for years, but we've got maybe, I don't know, about 100, 200 in there. Wiggling fry, let's zoom in. More Texas. So yeah, we'll have a lot of Texas. Blue-eyed cichlids, if you can see through the sun. So blue-eyed cichlid, they're kind of like a convict, but grey with stripes. Ironically, convicts. Yes, I have convicts and a few different weird parrot hybrids in there. Because a lot of people ask what I'm feeding my baby fish, because they know I don't hatch baby brine shrimp because it's a complete nightmare. Currently using that, which is brine shrimp eggs that have actually had the little coating removed, as scary as that sounds. So you've got the little tiny brine shrimp inside the egg that hasn't used any energy trying to break through the egg. It comes as a dry powder, like if I grab the little packet, well, it comes as just the eggs like that. All you do is pour some in some water and then soak it. And then you can use your little pipette, grab them like that, find some baby fish, those are baby fish there, and away you go. But that seems to be the easiest way to feed tons and tons of baby fish, because we've got about 3,000 or 4,000 fry now. Oh, let's go 3,000 fry. Yeah, there's that many. There's all these plus other tanks of fry at the moment. That is super, super easy. Like within 5 minutes, you can feed tons and tons of fish. So no more hatching baby brine shrimp. So hopefully they'll never run out of this product. I do sell it, so if you come into the shop, ask, have it there. Otherwise, we are going online soon, and you'll be able to buy it if you can't get it locally wherever you are. How cool is that, though? So much easier. I wish I found this years ago. I'm so glad I found it now that I'm starting to breed fish again. That is currently what we're up to. Hopefully in the next couple of days, I will get all this sorted, because I've got 4-foot tanks coming for this. I have to move some Malawi cichlids into here that I'm breeding. So this is the next system I want to rig up. It's not really doing much at the moment, but that tank's going to be rigged to that tank. And I've got at least 500 litres for breeding a couple of colonies of Africans. Stick another 2 tanks up the top. Happy, happy, happy days. Oh, I do think overnight my elegant Corydoras, scientific name is on the screen, actually laid eggs. I have a trio. Well, actually, I think it's 2 girls and 1 boy. Still a trio, but not the type of trio you want. But those tiny little dots there look way too small to be the green Corys. I've never bred the green Corys before, so I'm not too sure, but I'm pretty sure they're the elegant Cory eggs. They're actually so small, I don't want to take them off the glass because I reckon I'm going to damage them. So, and there only seems to be about 5 or 6 eggs, unless those are eggs covered. I think they are. I think we are covered with eggs on the actual filter. There is one there. Let me zoom into that fish. That is the girl. Otherwise, that's about it. If you want to see any more, click the thumbs up and all that so I know. And yeah, we're going to have fun breeding fish. Happy days.